In a small fishing village on the island of Cebu, where the sea breeze carried both the scent of salt and the whispers of forgotten dreams, lived a 12-year-old boy named Liam. His world was simple: barefoot mornings, mended clothes, and evenings lit by a single kerosene lamp. But beyond the poverty that defined his surroundings, Liam carried something rare, a heart that refused to break, no matter how heavy life became. His father, once a fisherman, had been bedridden since a storm crushed their small boat 2 years ago. His mother worked long hours washing laundry for nearby families, earning just enough to buy rice for the day. Liam, the eldest of 3 siblings, had learned at a young age that childhood was a luxury he couldn't afford. Every morning before sunrise, Liam would walk to the market carrying an old, battered guitar, a relic given by his father back when their life was full of hope. A tuning peg was missing, the strings buzzed, and the wood was cracked near the bass, but to Liam, it was the last memory of the man his father used to be: strong, joyful, and full of music. And so he would sing. That he sang not because he dreamed of fame, but because each coin that dropped into his small tin can meant another meal for his family. He sang under the heat, under the rain, and sometimes through tears when exhaustion made his knees shake. But he never stopped. He couldn't point. One afternoon, as he performed at the edge of the crowded marketplace, Liam noticed an old woman struggling to cross the street. Her hands trembled, and her grocery bag tore open, scattering vegetables into the muddy road. People passed her by, too busy or too distracted to help. Without hesitation, Liam placed his guitar down and rushed toward her. "Lola, let me help you," he said gently. He gathered her fallen vegetables, helped her stand, and carried her bag all the way to her small home nearby. The woman, surprised by the boy's kindness, offered him 100 pesos, far more than he often earned in a day. But Liam refused. "Keep it, Lola," he said with a shy smile. "I only wanted to help." The woman stared at him, eyes moist, heart touched by a kindness she hadn't felt in years. She asked about his life, and Liam, humble and soft-spoken, shared only a little of his struggles. "But that was enough." "Before he left, she said, "You have a good heart, Eo. One day, life will repay you." Liam didn't think much of it. Acts of kindness, to him, didn't come with expectations. But the next morning, everything changed. As Liam took his usual place near the market entrance, a small group of tourists approached. Among them was the old woman from the previous day, now well-dressed, smiling proudly, standing beside a man with a camera. Unknown to Liam, she wasn't just an elderly villager. She was Mama Liza, a well-known philanthropist visiting the province, a woman whose social media influence reached millions. She pointed at Liam and said, "This is the boy I told you about." The tourists gathered around as the cameraman began to record. "Hello," the man said warmly. "We heard you're a singer. Would you sing something for us?" Liam hesitated. His guitar was old, his voice tired, but he nodded. He began singing "You Raise Me Up," the song his father once taught him. His voice was soft at first, then powerful, trembling with emotion, rising through the air like a prayer carried by the wind. People stopped, the market quieted, even strangers with no idea who he was felt their hearts shaking. Tears rolled down Mama Liza's cheeks. "This boy," she whispered, "helped me with no expectation. And today, God led me back to him." Later that afternoon, she uploaded the video of Liam's performance along with the story of his simple act of kindness. Within hours, it went viral. Within a day, Liam's life transformed. Messages flooded in, offers of help, donations, invitations from TV networks, talent scouts from Manila. People were amazed not only by his voice but by his humility, his purity, his kindness. Mama Liza returned to Liam's home with reporters and social workers. When she saw the condition of the tiny house, the ill father, the bare cupboards, she made a promise: "I will rebuild your home. I will send you to school. And Liam, you will never sing on the streets again unless it's on a stage you deserve." Liam cried, not because of the blessings, but because someone finally saw him. Someone finally cared. A news crews documented the renovation of their home. Volunteers came from nearby towns to help. His father received medical support. His siblings enrolled in better schools. And Liam, the boy who once sang for coins, received a scholarship to a prestigious music academy in Manila. On the day he left for school, the village gathered to send him off. His mother hugged him tightly. "Your kindness," she whispered, "brought us here." Years later, Liam would stand on a grand stage, performing before thousands, his voice stronger than ever, his heart unchanged. In interviews he always said the same thing: it started with one act of kindness, and someone who noticed. And whenever he returned home, he always visited Mama Liza, who became the grandmother he never had. Together, they would sit outside her home, watching the ocean waves roll in, grateful for the unexpected twist that turned a poor market boy into a symbol of hope.